Ah, a master and his pawn, is it? You'll be quite the force, come the day you learn to fight as one. Mind you, that is a skill better honed in practice than in the heat of mortal combat. I can help in that regard, should you wish it.
Have we sufficient curatives?
The men of the Enlistment Corps never turn away the eager. We are ready to begin. Are you? Let me be clear from the outset. I'm a harsh master, whoever the pupil. You'll complete 3 forms of training in sequence. Each serves to hone a different quality. You'll need more than raw muscle here. If you find a task too difficult to manage, you might reconsider your party. There are other pawns here. You can choose among them if you care to. The first task is carrying freight. Haul the lot of them before my count ends. You're free to choose your company, but this is a task too great for just one person. Many hands lighten any load, as they say. Now, get to it. We'll begin as soon as you're prepared. Just give the word. Your task is to haul all of the freight before my count ends. Get to it.
The deadline draws near, sir. We must hurry, there's no time!
Enough! Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor, and you'll make for a fine warrior afore long. Next is combat training. You'll face my Scarecrow army here. Destroy them before my count ends. A large group will be of help again, but you must choose your companions wisely. A company all doing the same thing is less effective than using a varied approach. Choose well. We'll begin as you'll set about destroying Scarecrows this time. Get them all before my count ends.
I've gained. This Scarecrow's weak to blows.
I'll fell it with a spell.
Force alone will topple them. The deadline draws near, sir. Just hurry, there's no time! Get it!
Enough! Well done. Meet each challenge with that vigor, and you'll make for a fine warrior afore long. Right then. Finally, you'll be destroying more Scarecrows. But don't expect a repeat of the last. There are 2 sorts of Scarecrow, each with its own weakness. One falls only to steel and brute force, the other only to magic. If you're not mindful of how you attack them, you'll fail. Strike fast and strike hard. Vary your party and your tactics until you find success. Use your head. We'll begin as soon as you're prepared. Just give the word. Well, it's back to the Scarecrows for your last lesson. Destroy them all before my count ends.
I've learned. Force alone will topple them.
I'll fell it with a spell.
This Scarecrow's weak to blows.
This Scarecrow's weak to magic.
The deadline draws near, sir. We must hurry, there's no time!
I'll fell it with a spell.
This Scarecrow's weak to blows.
We have triumphed. Strength in numbers arisen.
Enough! That's the fastest I've ever seen it done. And on a task fit to challenge even a seasoned warrior. Well done! You've completed your training. See now the difference well-selected partners can make. Yes, no doubt, no doubt. You'll learn the rest from actual combat. If you have trouble, examine your party.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.
I've gained quest knowledge.
These starry-eyed boys of late are all ambition with nary a sniff of talent. When training demands the first effort, they flee one faster than the next. I know their lot all too well, eager to spill some blood, vent their spleens. War is but a lark to them. Such caprice can ill defend this camp, to say naught of all Grancis. 'Tis a sorry thing. I thank you from the depths of my heart. Such caprice can ill defend this camp, to say naught of all Grancis. 'Tis a sorry thing. I thank you from the depths of my heart.
The training grounds are used to instruct the men of the Corps in combat. I've learned of this area. If you find combat, I feel familiar with this area. It may behoove you to adjust your party. We are a vagabond people, born in a drifting world. We come from the Rift.
Boy there, been some time, hasn't it? Enough time to become well famous in your case. The Arisen. 'Tis the second coming of Duke Dragonsbane, I dare say. I like it, friend. I like it well. Now, let us talk of business. You'd be a fool not to have a look at my wares. Forgive the sudden request, sir, but I find myself in need of something and thought you might be of service. If you find it, return here to me, and I will compensate you most generously. Now, let us talk of business. You'd be a fool not to have a look at my wares. Pray, call again.
We can see. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
We are a vagabond people, born in a drifting world. We come from the rift.
The view extends for leagues along the shore. Let's have a look at that rise in the land. There may be aught to harvest.
Must have washed up here. Perhaps it still holds cargo. I feel familiar with this area now.
There, a tower in the distance. What says the map, Arisen? The view extends for leagues along the shore.
Take care, Arisen. Sea monsters prowl the shoreline. Tis your hometown, is it not, Arisen?
Ah, the venerable Arisen returns. Are you come to lead the pawns in a quest to slay the dragon? Those equivocal husks. Will or nill, the Arisen is always drawn to the dragon, as puppets strung in fate's own thread. Many have come before you, eager to stand tall atop the grand capstone of worldly truth that is the dragon. Arrogance. The dragon is ever born anew into the world, and with it too, the Arisen. All Arisen seek out the dragon, but lucky are the few who attain an audience with the beast, while yet they live. Ours is a weak, fragile world, and little within it is more frail than man. In yon encampment they gather up their knights and hired steel. They think to grow their numbers and hunt the dragon. But they shall soon learn their lot will e'er be as prey.
Gives me chills just to think of it. I didn't. I'll make no excuse, cousin. I hid in the well for fear of the dragon. And let me tell you this. You'd be wise to keep your distance from that pit. I was too craven to venture far. And lucky thing, a queer growl echoed back with the sound of water from further in. There's aught down there. Mark my words. I could feel it, I could. You'll not see me going back down there to find out what... What? You mean to go down there? You're a right hero. Here, if you're set on going, take this with you. It should have some use to it left. I'll not soon forget your bravery, cousin. Pray, just come back alive.
Something about this well seems wrong. I'll take that. What's that?
What's this? Which way should we go, Arisen?
Leftward path bears the stink of death. I've learned of this area.
I'll heal your wounds. I shall restore your health.
Hold on, animal carcass. 'Twas the victim of a monster, most likely. It cries from within. I ill like the sound of that. Monster's no mistake.
We'd best take care not to meet the same enemy.
What's that?
Has the look of a reptile.
If we're to proceed, we've no choice but to jump.
Very well.
Leave it to us!
To arms! Keep the lantern dry! Keep the lantern dry! Scales! Solid as steel!
Shadows all around us. Stay ready, Arisen.
Power!
Let us watch and wait.
It's a troubling foe! No! They hold the advantage! I'll serve as bait! Strike the tail!
Leave it to me.
It's best to sever the tail!
Scales and spears are an unwelcome combination.
We need but sever the tail!
Tail is severed!
This will draw out the toxins. Scales. Solid as steel. I'll serve as bait. Strike the tail.
Beasts.
Strike the tail. I'll stop it. The scales along their back are hardest of all. The tail is severed. It flees. Run it down.
All bundle of swords.
Taste my wrath, reptile. Troubled foe.
Curative.
Their spears have long reach.
Leave it to me.
I'll serve as bait. Strike the tail. Their spittle is foul poison. Take my wrath, reptile. Strike the tail. Tail is severed. Beware the liquid they spew. I'll serve as bait. Strike the tail. Slay them one by one. Spears have long reach. Beware the liquid they spew.
I'll strike at its back.
Its head is mine.
I've learned of beasts.
Tail is severed. It flees.
I feel more familiar with this quest now. What's that? This looks interesting. What's that? What's this?
What's that?
I wonder what's inside.
What's this?
This looks interesting.
Take care you aren't soaked in water!
Bind your head. Let's have that lantern lit. Take care it stays dry, Arisen.
You've slain the monsters of the well, have you? Truly, you are a wonder, cousin. I think upon it, 'twas my hiding in the well what brought the danger to light. I take no credit, mind. I simply feared I'd be blamed for releasing monsters upon the village for having opened up the well. 'Tis a relief in all you're doing, cuz. Here, I owe you at least this much for all you've done. I shall strive to learn from your example. Commit myself to becoming a soldier fit to defend the land and its people. Honest.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
Masterfully done!
I've gained quest knowledge.
The life of a salesman surely has its own trials. Of this area. Do you suppose this dried fish keeps long?
Well,
Why not
Madeline,
avail
this is a
yourself of the
fine
inn
bit
to
of
rest a
fortune
while,
you've come
Arisen?
into. Come to Grand Soren with riches in mind, instead find only cravens cowed by dragon.
Any boats? Just as you'd expect for a fishing village.
You-
Linger on the water over
You can
long.
see me.
The bride
Then
may
you are
come for
one
you.
known to the dragon, bound within the eternal ring. I have dire need of the Arisen's strength. Please, sir, will you lend me your aid? You have my eternal thanks. You speak now to a shadow of sorts. My flesh resides elsewhere. I would take you there now, if it please you. Were it possible, I would not send you off with so meager an explanation. But I fear I myself do not know it better. My past, my aims in coming here, all of it is lost, as in a fog. All I know is that I, like you, was called here, and am bound to stay. I sensed you in the distance, and called to you for help. I knew somehow, as by instinct, that you could grant the wish of the one who dwells below. Just as I know my role here is to aid you in that pursuit.
She bears a melancholy air.
I am versed. Should you in your travels find such ensorcelled objects, pray, bring them to me. The procedure requires but a few rift crystals, and it is a service I would gladly tender. I shall aid you however I can, for therein lies my own path forward. My hope is that I shall aid you however I can, for therein lies... Sir, I would take you there now.
Take care at the water's edge, Master.
Linger in the water over long.
Many boats? Just as you'd expect for a fishing village. Why not
How's it? Business is better at court, isn't it? But what can I do you for? You seem tired, cousin. So be it.
I hope I was able to please you, Arisen. Seems a fair place to rest.
Business is better. What can I do you for? You seem tired, cut they can.
The produce looks quite fresh.
What's this about the... Can't say as I favor them. I only wish I had more to...
They've wares to sell.
I feel familiar with this area now, lest they lose their trust in me.
Business is better. What can I do you for? What can I do you for? You seem tired, cousin. Come rest a moment. So be it.
Delicious aroma. Linger in the water over long. The brine may come for you.
The shadow, shall I see? You have my... You speak. I would take...
Best face the trials ahead well prepared. Has she always lived here? An epitaph, perhaps.
I've been drenched.
No!